I am Nightingale, watch me in series.
Billy, they weren't able to make it past the demonic bite in the end. What are we supposed to do next, Billy? After the encounter with the demons, only the few of were able to make it back to the camp at Libel. Although we've escaped the threat from the cold and demonic beasts, two of our sisters left because of the demonic bite. Lilibeth, true, it has been more than half a month, but respected mentor and the sisters in charge of fighting still haven't returned. We don't have food left. I'm afraid we won't be able to make it to the end of winter, Billy. Billy, sisters, don't lose hope. Talk, but where can we even got Holy Mountain? Can we find it? Wait, someone returned. Lilies, we Lilibet sisters, it's me. Libel, Billy. Leaf. Billy, it's Leaf returned. Billy, Lark. Let Liber, respected mentor, Red Peppershine sisters, Lily. Her woohoo, Billy, in a time like this I still have to endure the torture of the demonic bite. Lire, Lilibet. Lie, save me. Who will? Billy, Lilibet, save me. Libel. Leaf, you finally woke. Lied. After returning to the camp you were unconscious, Hummingbird. For 2 days. This is AF. How are you feeling now? Do you feel uncomfortable anywhere afar? In the camp you always make it past like this, Billy. Sorry, because of how severe the frostbite in your feet was. Even herbal medicine wasn't able to prevent the spread of gangrene, so dandy. We had to cut off 2 necrotic toes from each of your feet. Lilibet, it's okay as long as I'm alive compared to those sisters that can never return. Fat Leaf. Sorry you just woke up, but I talked to you about some things. Her what? When you were unconscious we discussed some things. If Carrie doesn't come back we hope that you can take her place. The Cooperation Association received a bitter blow this time. If we don't choose a new mentor then the Cooperation Association might collapse. Between only you can engage in combat. I beg Yoke, we need someone to lead us forward. Aft, let's go. Find Nightingale. What, find her? Lilibet, you're saying want to go to Border Town. What if she was lying to us? What then? Lilibet. Wendy is also there. Who knows, she might be long dead. Billy. Can wait in a safe place outside the town and let me first go and evaluate the situation. Lilia, if what Nightingale said was a lie I will take the position as mentor. If I die in the town scroll you will lead the sisters forward. AF all, but I know your ability isn't suited for combat, but how strong your ability is has nothing to do with becoming the mentor. War Oak are the same as Wendy. You're one of the earliest people to join the Cooperation Association and are one of the elder sisters. Lily Lilac, you accompanied from the eastern region of the kingdom to the impassable mountain range. You're experienced and cautious. Layla, everyone knows there isn't anyone more suitable than you to become or mentor us. What if what Nightingale said was all tried? Then the Cooperation Association does not need to exist anymore. Border Town will become our new holy maintain. AR. Summer Odor Woods. FBI visit Maid China structure. Billy. Get ready. Stab. VAA. Rib. Was. Flintlock team. Fill it. Got. Freely shoot downwards. Gunner, your new spear. Catch cat's claws. Are you in the first group? I'm from the auxiliary team, so I go wherever there is a need for people. Where's Hope? Where are the Rodney brothers? Don't just look in any direction. You want to get ripped apart. Those demonic wolves. It's already been 2 or 3 of these hours and they demonic beasts are still coming crazy here to smash into the wall. They were always crazy. Wolves, foxes, wild boars and bears. Looks like they aren't, even if it's like of a threat that don't let to the wall your guard down. Just focus of confronting the enemy. Under the leadership of His Highness, in only a few months we were able to keep those horrible demonic beasts outside the town. In the past only Longing Stronghold's knights had that kind of fighting power. In the old district he was often laughed at for being the cowardly fishball. Now with that spear he is completely different, and that big-headed Fermi, after going through training he's able to use his spear quickly and firmly. He won't ever be teased again, even though at the start they joined the militia for the 2 eggs. I feel like they are improving a little day. Everyone clearly knows that their greatest source of confidence isn't only from the daily training, but also from His Highness. From when the horn was sounded, High Highness arrived at the wall and hasn't rested since. Also, other than the flintlock team, we have other helpers. Your Highness, a hybrid is attacking. It looks like it's a hybrid with a lion's head and 2 wings. Understood. Follow what you were learned during training. Yes, Your Highness. Can I start now? Be patient, it isn't here yet. Do it according to the previous method. Don't show off. You are just luring the demonic beast and have it focus on you. And pay attention to your altitude. Although it can't, it's still a threat when it jumps. No. Reporting the hybrid is already in range. Can I do it now? Don't worry, I can promise that it won't even touch the edges of clothes. Well then, the battle against the demonic hybrid starts now. What's wrong? Aren't you flying? That sentence was a bit weird. Forget it. Going. What was that? Do you guys also think it was weird? Yeah. Alright, looks like the lines from middle school 2nd year are the same even in another world. This guy has chunibyo basically. Then you guys should get going just like what was planned. Also stay safe. Your Highness, same for you. God, let everyone know your power. Hey you weird thing, look at me here, follow me if you can. Colombo. Do gap eat wait Tope China literature. ONDAR look at me llama. Beak. Lug check. Eye liver. Lilibit Billy Billy. Looks like Lighting's tactics were successful. We'll be arriving in the town square soon. Billy Billy. Lachlan, a hybrid's sense of smell is extremely strong. Even if we're in the fog, it can still detect our presence. Lilibit Anna, the range of your flame manipulation is only 10 steps. We have to get close to it from behind. Flit, you only have one chance to kill it with one shot. You have to get the timing right. Understood. Lillian. We need to speed lip here and get over there in 1 step. Billy Billy. That. Hey. Leak, you weird thing, how can you possibly catch me? Isaiah Iloilo. Right now. Van. Woo. Lilibit. Damien Flatley. B.A. Libel. Salsa, sure enough it's really hot. Limbic Tbilisi. Be a good boy, this temperature can even melt steel. Risk. Lilibit. Billy Billy at Billy Billy. Billy Billy. Libel. Lame. Me. Looks like they've already dealt with. If it's as if I didn't contribute. Van. Ack anything labia if possible. I don't want any of you to enter the battlefield. Vanna. Do you guys feel that they are retreating inches? This group of maniacs know how to retreat. Very a look. Lilia. Billy Billy. Libel. Billy Billy Bill. The sun rises up again as the months of the demons ends day. This is great, it's the sun, we can see the sun laugh. The months of the demons finally ended. Llama and Yulbik. Keto Man visit at ADD. China literature. Billy Billy. Good afternoon people, I am the Kingdom of Greencastle's 4th Prince Roland Wimbledon. Long live His Highness the Prince. We successfully made it past the months of the demons. Long live His Highness. Following His Highness the Prince, we didn't starve a single day in winter people. The months of demons has come to an end. Because of the brave and heroic actions of the militia, border town was able to defeat the terrifying enemy with minimal losses. The stronghold wanted to use hunger and the cold to force us to comply. But today's victory told them we don't need them. That's right, they can finally stop blackmailing us. His Highness is so kind. Let's celebrate this glorious and honorable victory. This is a day worth remembering. I announce that from now on, the day after the end of the months of the demons will be known as Victory Day. Today's dance celebration was made for this, and anyone who participates in the dance will receive a delicious serving of honey roasted meat. Really, this is great, it's beef. People enjoy today to your heart's content. Now let the dancing begin. I. Does everyone understand? Does anyone want to give it in? If you fall, that's the end of the round. Anyone who participates in the dance will get some meat. The longer you last, the more meat you will get. Really, it doesn't look very hard. You're coming, as long as you join you'll get to eat meat. Everyone knows everyone here, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. Then I'll give it a can. Your Highness, was this really a good choice giving them or only beef? Before the next merchant ship arrives you won't have any beef to eat. It's okay, I don't have any heartache. Also, is this really a dance party? Loki, what is Iron Axe even teaching them? Really, I think it's fine like this. Although the movement's ape simple, everyone's happy for Border Town being able to successfully make it past the months of the demons is something that deserves big celebration. If this goes on for 3 or 4 years it will become a tradition and be forever passed on in this Territory. Over time the people will gradually feel that they are different from the people in territories. Controlled other lords. And they will start to feel stronger sense of belonging to this land. Sight, I'm finally finished over there. Up wad like. Now it's time for our private celebratory feast. Ha ha ha. Jail sister Anna roast another one for me. Ha. Your Highness, you finally came. Coolie stab it visits my China literature. Leg, it smells so good. Ely. Min dial owl. Nightingale's knife skills are incredible. I love outdoor barbecue buffets, they're tasty and this is the life Prince deserves, and it's the same for witches. Lightning, don't drink to don't underestimate alcohol tolerance with them having superhuman abilities and appearances. They shouldn't have people trying to hunt them. Sister Anna, give me little. A bit more of this. If this was the world before I was transmigrated, they would have had the center of everyone's attention anywhere they went. All I can do now is let them live the life of a normal person on this land. Lightning, you. According to the rules of the fjords during victory celebration, girls can take the initiative to kiss the leader. Father will always let me kiss him. Does Greencastle not have this kind of tradition? Of course not. Lightning, you're gone back and get some sleep. Impossible. When I was at sea I've never lost a single time in the drinking competitions. Anyway. Get down here, it's almost time to get some sleep. You guys keep eating, there'd be desserts later. I don't know if they enjoyed that or not. In the end I think I drank a bit more than normal. That was just an accident. I didn't know I understand. She was still young, I didn't think anything about it. I also understand. It's impossible for me to be like Lightning doing something so bold in front of so many people. So I can only wait for you here. Good night, Your Highness. Coolie EFT Fab Carat Limit China Literature. Ward. Even in the history books about the beginning of the god's name isn't mentioned at all. Also it replaced the name of the leader's successor with Pope _. After reading the whole article it seems like they have been through hundreds of years of history. This doesn't make any sense. Instead of calling it a record it might as well be called a deliberate weakening. Nightingale. It's quite late right now. You actually had the spare time to come to see me. I was just taking Anna home. How about Lightning? She fell asleep almost instantly. And she was murmuring father endlessly. She's usually brave and daring. I guess she's still child inside. In your eyes everyone's a child. His Highness said it's bad for eyes to read books at night. Especially reading books on the bed. If there isn't good lighting it can your eyesight. Yes. Yes, His Highness said that what after seeing Lightning's daring act you can't fall asleep. What are you talking about? What else can it be? Veronica, you should know. Yes. Roland Wimbledon is the kingdom's fourth prince. What we need to do is help him ascend to the throne. And become the king of Greencastle. He will govern the kingdom and give the sisters a place to live, but in the end he is a king. When the time comes he will marry the daughter of a duke or a princess from another kingdom and then they will get children. Veronica, we are witches, we can't give birth to future generations. The gods gave us some things and at the same time took away some things. This is our fate. I understand. Me. This way our mission is over, right? I really don't want to return to the working in the ones to be. Honest, I kind of miss the months of the demons right now. Yeah, I really don't want to deal with those rocks again. Where else can we find a job as good as in the artillery team? We get to eat meat every day and there's also a salary of silver royals every month. What are you saying those stupid things for? We only made it past the months of the demons this time because His Highness gave out more food. Look back at the previous 2 years, half of the people in the old district didn't survive winter dew. You still that. Besides the team won't be disbanded. His Highness recruited us into the artillery team. Burnt. So gunpowder was it all just for? But there aren't any demonic beasts left. What does His Highness need the artillery team for? In short, we'll definitely know the answer tomorrow. The reason I've gathered you all here today is to announce His Highness' decision. You have already completed the first phase of the mission, protect border town from the demonic beasts. After 3 months and 6 days of battle you have earned His Highness recognition. The next militia will become part of His Highness regular army. Oder logo y estate in plus p, visit Mori China literature. If anyone is not willing to fight, you can stand aside right now. Reporting talk. What is a regular army? Are we becoming knights? Not the regular army is a fighting force that specifically protects His Highness and his land. In other words, all year long you will be training for the victory in future battles. Then what's then difference between this and the militia? More frequent and stricter training and a better reward. Reporting. What's the better reward? The regular army will have an officer system. Those who have outstanding performance in battle may be promoted. As being in position, army officers will receive a higher salary in their own land. Isn't this just encouraging the people on the bottom to get into conflicts with those on top? Not ice, but remember, really then different that knight being from. Once you join the regular army, the system you will be following is completely different from that of the militia. Actions such as failing to complete tasks, escaping, starting a rebellion and other violations will receive severe punishment. This isn't like getting one less eggs. The punishments include labor, imprisonment, and even hanging. It's not too late to quit right now. If this was the past, I would have already slipped away. Life is more important than some land or a promotion, but now, I am part of the militia and will become a member of the regular army to continue fighting for His Highness. No one is leaving, right? Very good. Then starting from today you all are part of Roland Wimbledon's regular army. Now we will start field training. 4 kilometers miles or washing machines. Yes, this is total distance for this morning's field training. After all, the snow outside town hasn't melted, yet it was more of a crawl than run. Your Highness, your idea of training really is tortuous. Okay. Looks like the training intensity still needs to be adjusted. It can't be rushed. Wow, what is this new invention you have here? And the army's rules, regulations, rewards and punishments, it all needs to be started from scratch. It's starting to head. How do you look at this, horizontally or vertically? Horizontally, I guess. Although I played Ni when I was younger, I've already forgotten everything about it. I might as well make it myself. In the end, I am creator of this world's new army. Platoon, division, team, squad, soldier. How do you use this thing? Army bayonet. I think His Highness said this was called a bayonet. Come in, evil. Your Highness, a noble from Longing Stronghold wants to meet you. Who? They sent an ambassador. Again, not an ambassador, it's Baron Cornelius, who left during the months of the demons and has now returned. Because his house in Border Town obstructed the wall's defenses, it was top down. He's in the reception room, and he wants you to give him an explanation. Coolly. How could you let that stupid stonemason take house apart? When I had it built, I had to more than 150 royals spend gold. You mean the house located the furthest to the west? Right, that is the building. It's such a pity that it was located too close to the wall and had hindered the passage of men. But the town hall had already decided on the compensation. How much? 20 royals gold. That's too little, your Royal Highness. Well, 20 royals. Where should I go get the money? Gold. Get. This money has already been given to the owner of the house. What? Wait a second, your Highness, you got it wrong. I am the owner of. Yes, but I didn't see you in the winter, so how can you say the house is yours? Of course I wasn't there. I went back to the Longing Stronghold. Who would stay in this forsaken place? This place is only able to be used as feeding ground for the demonic god. In other words, because you feared the demonic beasts, you abandoned your lord and fled, right? What in the world do you mean this? It is very simple. You have 2 choices. First, you admit that you've wronged, that the house doesn't belong to you, and then I can look at what happened just now as nothing more than farce. Your second option is admitting that during the months of demons you betrayed your lord, fleeing from the battle without the permission. If you take this option, I will put you in prison for desertion, where you will wait for your hanging. Now which one will you choose? Your Highness, I made a mistake. It was not house. Oh, it's just an misunderstanding. Send the Baron on his way. One more. When you return to the stronghold, nip me with something thing. Tell your friends that I will also have the same misunderstandings with them, gentlemen. If it is not the case of the second option, there is no need to waste their time coming here as you wish, your royal. Damn, what a shitty prince. Isn't he supposed to be a poor worm that was thrown into the wilderness? It was just to avoid the demonic beasts. Can you really stand on your own in the west when the Duke reclaimed the land, and he goes back to the king? Will he not just be at the mercy of the new king? But I should not laugh at him just yet. What? Strange, how can there be such a beautiful woman in this small town? Almost completely she could almost guess, because be called the Google Translate spit princess of the out garbage prince going to the castle. Could it be is that the woman of the prince widow? Why Google Translate Paint Edition Pinyin my China literature. I didn't expect that I would return to the border town. Only about half year has passed since we escaped into the impassable mountains. But now it feels like, am I dreaming? What's strange is that the months of the demon just ended. But the people in this town are already full of energy. Is the Lord here really like how Nightingale described? If Nightingale didn't lie to us, even if I walked in from the main gate, nothing will go wrong. If Nightingale completely betrayed the Witch Cooperation Association, should rely on hunting witches to work for the nobility, they. Although I could escape the pursuit of the two guards under the light of, I would have no chance at Victory Day. Even if I don't survive to get back, the book will lead other sisters to a better life. Stop, here is the prince's castle. You do not belong here. Step back. If there is something you have to do, go straight along this road and there should be someone in the city hall to receive you. I am a witch. Witch, what do you want? I want to see Nightingale, Anna or Naval all. If you are here to see them, I will inform them. Is he really going to inform sister, or will he call more guards? Perhaps Nightingale hid here, changed her name completely, guessed because Google Translate spit out garbage again. Anna and Anna were probably also both completely made up. Leaf. Welcome home. Okay, idea. Hello, Your Highness, good afternoon. Okay. What happened? Nightingale, she went to meet her sister. She is. Wait, what sister? The sisters of the Witch Cooperation Association came to the town, are they not? Looking for the Holy Mountain, they. How many people have come? The one who wants to hurt Nightingale. Carrot, is she coming too? Not, Your Highness, we're on the way to the Holy Mountain and suffered a terrible experience in the end. Only 7 people survived them. While you were taking a nap, please forgive me for allowing Nightingale and Lightning to pick them up. No problem, you know that I won't blame you for this kind of thing. Moreover, these are your sisters. What does this have to with me? Bonobo Google Translate Paint Edition Pinyin my China literature. According to Leaf, none of them have combat abilities, so might not be of much use to you. They witches' small area of effect actually limit their fighting capabilities a lot, so they're actually more useful in production. If there is a witch with the ability to produce plastics, would be able to solve the problem of rudimentary processing technology, and if you have a witch with electric powers, with them, we would be able to turn the night into for border town they day. If the next king took a witch as his bride, we could reach the pinnacle of life. Just thinking about these possibilities makes me extremely excited. We enemy. Everyone's a little nervous. You should say something. Me. Oh, okay. Mind you all have had a tough journey. But it is safe here. Greencastle's 4th price Roland Wimbledon a Vizier. Me. I'm very that you have come to border town. Hope the food here tonight is to your liking. Found. Glad. In the future, if you need anything at all, please don't hesitate to ask me. Ivy Gale, and I will to help. He always answers our requests. Yup. No matter what sort of stranger idea it is, he can always get it done. Ein thing. Lightning, you can't just talk about the prince so disrespectfully like that. A meat comic. Me don't mind. Just hope you all can relax and enjoy this meal. Mind. Oh, okay. Mozilla. And I'm Mers. After 8, ask each of them about their powers. The whole thing felt just like a hiring event for a job. Miss Leaf, please describe your witch powers. Okay, so it seems that none of them can make plastics or electricity. So dreams of modernization will to wait for now. Me have a Cloud Mergekit meme, but these abilities of theirs are pretty awesome. Tool. First, the most important ability, which is Leaf's. Not only can she speed up the growth of plants, she can also manipulate their movement. Her abilities will definitely provide a big boost to our agriculture if we change what foods we Plant the most to whatever can be best boosted Leaf's abilities. We will quickly pile up a ton of food which will increase the maximum sustainable population of border town. A cloudmerge.com mini. Next is the witch named Scroll. She was the oldest of the survivors at close to 40 years old, a rare age because it becomes harder to resist the demonic bite as time passes. Her primary ability is a near-perfect photographic memory, and it is always functional like a passive. 2. Her ability being always on has allowed her to pass every of awakening easily. Additionally, she has an ability that allows her to make a temporary copy of a book she's ready. Clearly she would be a perfect teacher in the future. She will be able to spread knowledge to everyone easily. Next is Hummingbird, a small cute looking girl. Day special. She's an adult meme. Her ability makes objects lighter, reducing their weight to almost nothing. It seems like this ability will be very useful for transporting supplies in future conflicts. Next was Sarizone, a witch originally from a merchant family of Greencastle. She just turned. Her ability is also rather unique. Her ability allowed her to easily a picture of anything she could see or visualize in her mind. In addition, she has a magic paint pity above. I'll create these drawings without any tools or paper. It's like she's a living camera. The next witch was Echoed, a woman from the far southern regions. Her ability allows her to imitate any animal's call. Over time, these calls have gotten more and more accurate. Next is Lily, who is just. She has the power to any food fresh, unable to rot, which naturally made her very popular in the Witches Cooperation Association. Like Hummingbird, Lily's ability will also greatly help in upcoming conflicts. I'm a bit curious about how the food is preserved, like whether the ability just kills all bacteria, but can figure that out later. Tiny above is actually what he's thinking, not a tin keep. Guess. Outmerge.com. The seventh witch. Aside from Leaf's ability, her ability is probably the best surprise for me out of them all. Her name is Lunar. This timid girl's ability is truly like God's gift sent right up to door. Tiny Nom actually translates mystery moon, but that sound good, so renamed Hell. She has the ability to make any objects she touches magnetized, including non-metallic objects. It seems that in the association this was considered the most useless ability of them all. This caused Carrot, their leader, to bully her a lot, but for me, the correlation of magnetism electricity is something any science technology would know of. Geek. I'm so grateful for the knowledge of Faraday, Gauss, Ampere and Maxwell. Impel. Cloudmerge.com. With electricity there is light. It may not be long before can show border town another little miracle. With so many new abilities, it seems that just the simple categories of combat and non-combat won't be enough. Instead, think the abilities can fall under 3 different categories. A cloud merge Coog. Tiny, for some reason he decides to write self-regard English. Are you drunk? Me mead. That's due for now, man. It's going to reel from here on out. Adequate. Get busy. Mind. Nightingale. You mean as we use our magic regularly we can bid farewell to the demonic bite due to Anna and Nanak painless experiences? I would say that as having been verified long. I'm able to see how the magic power within your bodies changes. Regular use of your power will lead to your magic capacity growing and the demonic bite weakening when you are close to your of LIH. Awakening. As you keep your magic reserves empty, the demonic bite won't cause your body any harm. Libel. Day long. I think everyone can even faintly feel it. While we were always chased the church, we always hid in the furthest parts of town, not daring to use our abilities. Billy. That would explain a lot. Then it's no wonder that on the way back to the Witch Cooperation Association, although I suffered a demonic bite, its duration was exceptionally short. Bulbillet. Probably because when you are in danger you need to use magic to protect yourself, so you consume more of your magic. In other words, the holy mountain is not piece of land. Yes, the holy mountain specific place isn't. As long as we can accept ourselves as what we are, not thinking of ourselves as the devil's subordinate, and when we no longer hide our abilities we are our own holy mountain. If this is really the to release us from the demonic bite, can it be that other witches were already aware of this key? The Kingdom of Dawn and the Wolfheart Kingdom already have their own societies. We even sent them letters, but we never received any reply from them. Big His Royal Highness Roland also wants to let other witches know of this safe haven releasing rumors. Like this it would surely greatly release their worry. In the end I still don't understand the Highness should accept all of us witches. Point. Context. She was forced to learn the royal etiquette and how to dance. She even maybe he is one had to learn how to skillfully of the men who please a man want to you as their dancer men or don't talk about. You don't understand His Royal Highness is different from all those people you will understand. After you have been living here for a while buy things Lily. That right I know more about this than you let me about if it's already late. So everyone should go back to their rooms and to get some sleep limbic worry. All His Royal Highness wants he Sardis for all of you to be able to live a normal life in border town Lily libel tomorrow everyone should probably start with filling out the contract. Since everyone understood the regulations of the contract all signed it with their name Little Bill they. Then according to the plan of your contract you can start practicing your own abilities now alibi. But if you use power it will only cause trouble before I almost made an iron into lily pot. Here you don't have to worry everyone will help you if you need help you can always just ask me and. Before I forget leaves scroll. And please don't start training for the time and wait at the door sorry being. Wendy told me that you had encountered terrible monster only 7 of you were able to survive and even your witch cooperation association mentor Carrot died within the wilderness so I want to know. What you had encountered was it a mixed species or a demonic beast? Weren't demonic beasts they were devils coming from behind of the gate of hell Billy they were devils Billy libel, possessed tall body and were able to ride on demonic beasts and to use magic just like us. Were you also present at the scene Lily? Yes. You can draw the scene right. Bill. What is this the devil liable? Voodoo outdo in plus in at ZWXIT era GIE Billy. This is them the devil could throw spears several times faster than a 2-shot bow while the other one was able to summon lightning attack from. Their power seems to be endless more than a sister died under their hands but were able to use their special attacks all the time it was in such a moment of recharging that I was able to kill them on your own the devil's weakest his pipe under their skin protected their helmets a dozen they. Point. Carrot magic snake had ripped open his pipe and the snake eventually died with him used the same method to kill the other one with a crossbow the pipe seems to store some red gas and if the leaks it leads to their death gas. Resemble an oxygen tank how is it possible for creatures in the wild to have something like this me? Even if they are aliens looking at their clothes and weapons shows us that their level of civilization can be much farther developed than ours in addition to the devils we also saw floating. In the no matter how far we moved in its direction it always staved just city. In front of us lightning has mentioned something similar think she called it mirage can you also draw a picture of the city even if the city really is only a mirage it still means that the real one has to be somewhere within the woodlands. There seems to be red clouds above the city maybe this is the gas that is needed the devils the vast lands behind the impassable mountain range or complete mystery zone for a time no one had set their feel onto it finding new race in too surprising have one last question heard from Nightingale and Wendy that Carrie decided to look for the long holy mountain after she read about it an ancient book scroll have you also read the book Carrie did? Allow anyone to read the book but have still peeked at it a little the words recorded in it are confusing and unbelievable. Can you make copy of it and show me? The text written in the book in true your royal highness the absence of the holy mountain has confirmed this hope you won't get confused the book's content. Size. Your highness hope you are the last person who will read it. I don't want to see any of sisters become like Carrie. Minnie it got. Eating noise. You don't want to see it. Not interested in anything that lunatic loved to look at. You are right the book confirms what you just said it seems as if the content isn't written in a Coition language at least the grammar isn't the same Meg. Although it mentions a blood moon as well as a stone gate there is no trace of the holy city huge. You need to progress the plot to sum it up I unlock this no word but I still don't understand anything me every. There's something else. This is underscore. We have fought the mortals cannot overcome the Devi stay. The enemy has already occupied Tail Holy City. We are escaping in all directions over mountains, across rivers, trying to get as far away from the gates of hell as possible. But where will we escape to next time? But again, this isn't something I need to think about. I'm almost dead, Natalia. Okkar's CD, the power of the demons is corroding me, and any medications aren't working. The only reason I'm writing this is that I have something to ask you about. Alice's God's Punishment Soldier is nearing its end. The tests were very successful. The superhuman warriors didn't even lose against demons Kodak. But she had forgotten in the end, even if the God's Punishment Soldiers win, this win does not belong to us. Yes, the God's Punishment Soldiers will only bring us destruction. Go stop her, only you can do it. Let's say if Carrie didn't know the existence of demons when reading this ancient book and replaced the demons with witches then we. This description can be easily thought of as the church's army retreating from the witches' attacks. But there's still too many holes in the book's description, such as the witches being able to still defeat the church's army while under the effect of the God's Stone of Retaliation. This is too out of the ordinary. At least now we know that the demons described on the last page were not witches but instead another race. But when did they fight the demons, and what kind of place is Tail and the God's Punishment Army? It's all because the fourth prince didn't learn anything. Mind is nearly blank. The ancient book that lead Carrie onto the wrong path. Do you know where she got it? When I joined the Cooperation Association, sisters were already on their way to find the holy mountain cloth, although Wendy did mention before that the Cooperation Association was originally made of a few witches from the Sewing region. Those included Wendy and Scroll. Later they found underground ruins not far from the Sewing region in the eastern forest although other than no one else went down there. She claims that's where she found the ancient book. After that the Cooperation Association started to slowly develop, but their location was accidentally leaked under split from the Carrie decided to enter the impassable mountain range to search for the holy mountain. This is the origin of the Cooperation Association. Your Highness, do you want to investigate those ruins? Not the eastern forest is too far away. Besides, developing territory is main priority. Also, after listening to Yoke, I have some ideas. The climber of witches in Border Town has already reached a certain amount. It's time to create an organization. But don't worry, this organization doesn't need guild lines. It is designed to make it easier to manage the proper use of witches' ability. The regulations of the organization will be as simple as possible. Abilities cannot be used to break the law. Abilities cannot be used to evade the law. This brand new organization, a cloud merge.com, a mom mimic, will be called the Switch Union. Mirror. A cloud merge south. Alright, compared to King's City banquets in Greencastle, this celebration is just imitating its appearance. Although it's visible that the Elk family put a lot of effort in this, and the guests are all nobles from Longing Stronghold. Long time no see, buddy. Are you drinking yourself without saying anything? We're all old friends. Ape, you so cold. I heard you were appointed to be the ambassador, the lord, so how was the ore collection from Border Down? You took a lot from them, right? It was alright. You're so lucky, unlike me following the border guards to the new holy city, catching the cold and being forced to stay in Woodwind Ridge for a week. Not bad, better than last time. At least saved the guards from a lot of trouble. You're wrong this time. If not for this code, I might have ended up dead on the holy city's wall. What do you mean? I heard from others that the new holy city almost fell. The demonic beasts were already in the inner city. If they didn't send out their strongest warriors, the holy city cathedral may even have been lost. Although the armies of the four kingdoms suffered great losses, not many returned in just 1 month. The whole city was filled with widows and people who didn't have things saved up. 2 silver royals. Greencastle's border guard's main opponent was the Judgment Army. Now all the generals of the 4 kingdoms are all buried in Herms. Cloudier, no matter how you look at it, is reeks of conspiracy. Having said that, did you notice the handkerchief in the invitation? You put it there. Me had. If it was me, I would only give you 2-day-old socks. Resume Exalt Mim. That was personally made, sister. You already know after today she will be 16. Although the age gap is a bit big as long as you have the meaning I support your 2 what underscore. That is just shameful for longing stronghold. I can't believe that Roland Wimbledon still dares to act so self-centered. What happened me mim? Sir Holwe Ape talking about the Lord of Border he confiscated town the properties of the stronghold's nobles. Let me help Petrol explain. Under the Duke's order we usually live in Border town to manage the North Slope mine. Every winter we always bring the townspeople to Longing Stronghold to protect them from the demonic beasts. When the months of the demons ended this year's one of colleagues Cornelius A. Cloudmerge was actually told that his house was torn down the townspeople and there weren't even any compensation. That prince actually claimed that Cornelius is to be convicted for desertion and even wanted to hang him. Did you hear that, sir? That's something a human would. Looks like mime that prince has decided to break all relations with Longing Stronghold. His actions are getting more and more absurd. I'm afraid only the Duke can stop him, Sir Metal. We hope you can help convey our thoughts. We can't just let it be. I don't worry, Duke Ryan is ready to take action against him. The Duke has ordered for the assembly of the coalition force. The reason I returned is to lead the Elk Fame fighters. That's great, we can all rest assured now. Mead. Don't get. He's a prince, remember. I know he's prince in the mountains. Big. Relax, he might even surrender right when we arrive. Even if he tries to resist we can just get on our horses and charge. Mime. Aren't they all farmers and miners? They might just flee on their own. Not I'm worried about him hurting you. Even for me, it's still unlivable that the prince and his miners can defeat the Duke's coalition force. When I don't know, but I feel a little uneasy. By Petrol, you have returned. Weak honeysuckle family home. Longsong Stronghold win. Yes, father, me give me the territory's production, population and income so I can plan this spring's expel edition. Leg mim. Duke Ryan's orders have already come. After the snow melts mine, the 5 great families will all have to provide knights and mercenaries to help him in Border Town. How many people do we need to send? Nay, stop. What, you never cared about this type of problem before? Let me see, at least 25 knights with their squires and horses, 40 fully equipped mercenary is Dubai mi outface Ua, and at least 100 free people or serfs equipped with simple weapons. Sitschef China suits say -d. Father, can you not go on the battlefield? What is that? Me, I'm worried about your safety. Do you hear what you are saying? It's like an elephant squashing a few ants. Where's the danger in that? Mit His Highness the Prince only has few knights and less than 50 guards, and in total we have more than 10 times that amount. But father, everyone thought that Mudwall would fall when it rained. But His Highness wall didn't crumble. They also said with only the miners in Border Town it was impossible for them to stop the demonic beasts. But His Highness held on until the end of the months of the demons meet. Now everyone thinks that the Duke can win against Poland Wimbledon. Enough. Compared to going onto the battlefield you prefer to talk about business. That is very normal, mim, but being a businessman does not mean being a coward. Bang. Look above you. Your grandfather, your great-grandfather, they all relied on their sword and bow to make a mark in this area filled with wild beasts and thieves. As son, how could you be afraid of fighting Tomlin? You are such a disgrace. Not father. Minnie. In this generation the honeysuckle family mime is already used to a life of wealth and pleasure. Me, can you still fight like our ancestors? Mim. Charging in on a horse with a bow and a pose. Furthermore, you oppose Went is that measurable prince. Minim. Shall fulfill promise to Sir Pine. He shall receive the title of Viscount today. He will receive a territory to the south of the Seawater River. Currently that land is still covered in untouched forest, but it will be developed very soon. Also promised that will establish several different kinds of industries that would generate shares to be given to Sir Pine and his family. Prince, I don't think I can manage those in duties you talk about. If Prince can help me manage it, that would be fantastic. After listening to baby Sir Pine easily agreed. After all, focuses being his time on hunting and spending the rest with his daughter. Another person need to confer a title to his Brian. He shall be awarded with the title of knighthood and offered a territory. Surprisingly, he chose to join the First Army and earn his land through military merits than being assigned a territory, can start planning the general layout of territory. The land in between the seawater river and the passable mountain range can be used as residential area. These lands can also be used as rewards for promoted officers. Finally, the land across from Seawater River could become industrial and agricultural areas. The forest area also needs exploring for food and other resources. Your Highness, did you call for me? Yuri, please come sit in front of me. How was your work with City Hall? I have never painted much in one day. Give already finished the basic paintings today. Get come. But painting while looking through a small window, it feels a little strange. People might be afraid of your magic pen. Gie tilde Bali? Kirov. Although people know there are witches in Border Town, it's best to keep some distance for now. Brittany weft window. This royal's bacon copies just. So we should take some precautions. It's all thanks to you that City Hall can register Border Town residents with this mish details and accuracy sub. But that's not I called you over today. I want you to paint me something. What would you like me to paint? Some props for entertain went. Entertain went. Okay, whatever. English is something you say along the line of whatever floats your boat. First, on piece of paper I need you to draw a soldier with heavy crossbow. Imagine it. Yes, imagine his armor surrounding color etch. I will. Yes, everything is up to your imagine. Tiny it just needs to have heavy crossbow. Yes, just like that. Good. Wow, it looks so real. Let me think what you should paint next. More good one. In the upper left and middle area, draw a small circle with lines connecting them. The first circle is white in the center with a golden coating. The second circle is orange with golden coating. In the white circle, add a number. In the orange circle, draw a bow. This is just a single card. There are more to come. Once all the cards are done, it will become a deck. Then I will teach you how to play this card game. Soon Gwent will become the talk of the town. What are you doing? How dub he up Gwent? Card's attack power is higher than yours, so win paw. Prince, one more round this time. Let me choose your cards. Ahem, it's getting late. I still have some stuff to do. Don't you go find someone else to play with. Okay. Huh, that sounds as that echo. Sounds like the song I taught her. She already mastered it. We are all sharpshooters. Each bullet takes out an enemy. We are all soldiers with unafraid of mountains and waters. Wings tall deep. In the dense forests our comrades set their camps. On the tall mountains our countless brothers are there. What does the matter? Don't you want to go play that card game with the others? Sorry, was going everywhere to gather our sisters. I just wanted to read some books. I don't have that ability of yours, so I need to spend some extra time reading. But Miss Echo's ability, her singing, it was Captain Eating. Really? Echo told me that among all the sisters she admires your ability the most. Echo, she was brought to Grey Castle as a slave from the southernmost region. The Witch Association saved her from slave traders in the Clearwater port. She suffered lot when she was forced to learn skills used to please men so she could be sold at a higher price. But as for her past, we don't know. We only know that she was taken from a distant homeland to the Greencastle mainland. The pain and suffering she experienced on her journey here is hard for us to imagine. Maybe to her, if she had stronger power like yours, she could have slightly altered help fate. Regardless, you don't have to worry too much now. We sisters are not wandering around like we did before. You could even say that because of your and His Highness interactions our fates were changed. Your hair is looking a bit long. Did no one help you cut your hair before? I have always cut it myself. That's no good. Let me help you trim it a bit. You'll do this for me. Back in the camp, one was the one who cut most of sister's hair. Wait a moment, let me get tools. Before joining the Witch Association, I relied on this pair of scissors to make living in a tavern. In sewing region, some of the copper royals I earned were spent on bread. The rest were given to an old captain with a broken leg. He taught me how to read and __ until the day he passed away. Those folktales I told you about were all tales I heard from the tavern. About that, have some questions I want to ask you about. What is it? About the book you materialized for me yesterday. There were many stories in there, but they all have the same ending. The prince will always take princess as his bride. Is that always the case? Snip. Which Most of them are like that, but there are some princes that will marry the daughter of a duke. Is that what if the prince doesn't like the princess or noble lady? It's not his decision to make because the prince will likely become the king. His marriage isn't something he can decide all himself. In order to unite the powers within his own country to appease neighboring countries or even to achieve good trade deal. But the most important matter is that the king must have helps. His Highness will eventually become the that supports us witches, but Anna will always be just a witch king. Don't want the two to be separated, but also don't want a tragedy of infertile at this kind of matter can only be resolved slowly, persuading Anna one she will understand. Not bad, looks a lot livelier. Pull day, slide tilde. For today's book I will give you the royal family biography. Thank you. Well then, I'll be returning to room. Find me if you have something you don't understand. Okay, honestly, I feel that His Highness isn't one of those princes from the stories. He will do whatever he wants to do. His decision won't be influenced anything else. Is that if he was one of those princess, then he wouldn't have saved me. Voodoo Bob idly. EEJGW stab civil my China literature. This is called the Pythagorean theorem. It states that the area of the square whose side is the hypotenuse equals to the of the areas of the squares on the other two sides, if then the trainla is right. Correspondingly, this equal ton can also be read versed. So did you understand everything? I see. I think I understand. I'll write a few more equations. Can you use your ability to memorize them? Inhale. I don't have memory. Eventually memory will decline as give goes on. Photographic. Because of previous job, mathematics and physics were two of the subjects used daily knowledge on. Other subjects like history, geology, chemistry and so on had degraded back to level. Even if it was something little, still wanted to write down all knowledge so that other people could at least learn biology entry. As scroll memorized the content, wrote it is equivalent to permanently prep serving the knowledge in the future. It will also be easier to promote education. Long exhales. Even so, what is magic in this world? Magic is everywhere. Witches are able to use it to weave several unthinkable powers. If compare magic power to electricity, then witches are power tools. But magic power obviously isn't just electricity, it's war, the origin of all energy. To understand the origin of magic power, we need to understand the universe itself. Previous life, Einstein's general relative, it inspired the pursuit of theory. Tolerate the four fundamental forces of the universe's other words that Einstein tried to discover. Waste fundamental force, Fediverse. If the fundamental force of the universe was discovered, Kartha, so understanding of the universe be to another. If I return to horrors, will these force knows magic string applied? Maybe because there were no witches who could utilize the power, its existence was never disco red. Your Highness. Oh, I'm sorry, I was daydreaming. Ahem, I guess that's enough for today. You worked hard, please have a good rest. Okay, thank you. Your Highness. Is something wrong? I would like to ask a question. Go ahead. Other than lacking self-conceit, dance. Nothing is wrong with these witches. Prince, did you choose to take us in? Aren't you afraid of the church threatening you? Be guessed. She White ask this kind of question. If possible, would you take a witch as your wife? Would you ask much a question? I, however, to marry a witch. Wouldn't I? You're back. Yeah, little town has made some improvements. Although now shoulders are some from controlling the wind for too long. What's up, fighting gale? Did something good happen for you? What's with that smile, Miss Shadow Killer? Your Highness. If possible, would you take witch as your wife? Oh, I know you probe. Won a good game of cards. Orthodox Bonobo Joy Fife Pinyin my China literature. Ready thrust guy. Before winter were just a group of and civilians now have become much war reliable. They weak lazy. But after taste their first blood did then and only then would they transform fro ordinary winners and hunters into sold dies they cool. Carter, how is training going, Your Highness? The training is going well. This woman, is she the witch that will be as sitting in our training? Today she is quite tall. Yes, gather everyone, I have something to announce. A 10-ton His Highness wishes to make an announcement. Went at ease. Greetings, you all have been work. Would Careful, protect His Highness. Clan leader react. Clan leader. Brother. Dong. Oh, so you are the last member of the OHSA clan. Would the daughter of the clan leader like to partake in the sacred well? Stop resisting the OHSA. Clan already lost, just look void catch. Bin and brother have fallen hands. Rienzi, according to the rules your whole clan will become slaves. This is the result of being weak. That mixed blood Morin Sauter your clan adopted and raised still has some fight in him, not bad indeed. The OHSA clan of yours did raise a good dog. Maybe some other clan will take him in before he becomes slave. As for you, you are quite attracted. Give if sell you to the north I could earn hands some amount of gold. Let go of her. Whack. Aragon Dong. Someone go call the slave traders from Clearwater. Poor. Load the goods and move out. That's what happened after the duel. Refused to join other clans. Only goal was to save Silverman. All the way from the far south to Clearwater. Pop, I searched countless slave mark gets but to no avail. Who would have thought she'd be here with your ex Ellen? Your Highness have sworn to the 3 gods that will follow your commands for the rest of life. What just happened? We saw Silver Moon. Was overwhelmed. I failed to control myself. Please punish me. That's enough. You can stand now. In fact, helping your clan get red venue is not impossible. Orthodox Bonobo, I stay visit my China literature. Your Highness, are you serious what you said? Of course not right at this moment. Clan leader, we will even allay be able to return to our homeland Tobago. Told you I am not the clan leader. Fro, what Iron Axe has described the extreme south has what want. Black goo that flow out of the ground burns for days and doesn't evaporate. It just be will and not subsurface oil deposits but an overflowing oil channel. With oil can introduce combustion. If we use it wisely we can change the world as we know it. Putting the OHSA clan in power engines. Way be able to a stable supply of oil at no extra cost. Get now then, after I claim the throne I will allocate red sources to claim the X theme south for the OHSA clan. Thank you, Your Highness. Your wish is command. Iron Axe, your actions today violated the rules of the First Army. You are sentenced to days of imprisonment. Iron Axe accepted the punishment. Sir Knight, what will happen to Captain Iron Axe? I was sure praised his actions earlier. I told you many times now not to call me sir, call me team leader. His Highness has been emphasizing the importance of addressing each other. Renko, I forgot. Hopefully His Highness won't be too harsh on Iron Axe. I sure hope so. I have spoke with His Highness personally, and he isn't like the other nobles. I can't put finger on it, but His Highness seems different from other nobles. Hey, His Highness is back. Attention, yes girl. I don't see Captain Iron Axe with them. Hush. Earlier your training was halted after I finish what I came here for. Please continue training. This woman next to me is Witch Echo. She is Iron Axe's long-lost relatives. Due to Iron Axe's actions he was punished imprisonment for days. Once again I will reaffirm you all are First Army's finest soldiers. A soldier's most important rule is to follow the order. Do make myself clear? Yes, Your Highness. The following training see Scion will be assisted Echo. She will simulate the marching song. Echo will smugglate various sounds including musical in students. The marching songs she will be simulating will be your commands to follow. Everyone will move together in time with the drums which will keep anyone in for nation. Marching song, what is that? In battle Echo will be standing behind all of you. She will act as the banner of the First Army. Your duty is to protect her at all cost. Now she will demonstrate. We are all sharpshooters. Each bullet takes out an enemy. We are all soul dies with wings, unafraid of talk mountains and waters deep. The dense forests our comrades set their camps. The so-called marching song is to impipe people on the battlefield. The war song that inspires people to keep moving. Fop ward. On the tall mountains our countless brothers are there. Orthodox Bonobo, I stay visit my China literature. Enemy attack. Iturgi. Your Majesty, your calculations are amazing. Turpik probably still fast asleep. Huh. Then I guess she's awake now. Deliberately sent a diversion on the Wayne Road while the elite knights in Fro the East. It was all to catch her off. Bring guard. Looks like she wants to escape, although even if she wants to escape it's impossible for her to make her move at night. That's correct, Your Majesty. Withdrawing troops at night is big taboo. If she really does it, then those troops will easily collapse. Knowing Garcia, she wouldn't stay and die together with the city's residents but instead had left an escape role for herself. Good sister, go ahead and escape. Even if you make it to Clearwater Port, you still won't be able to escape wrath. Your Majesty, then according to our plan we should start splitting up. I will carry the attack on Eagle City and Your Majesty will go find any rebels. When I take down the city I will head over to you and Garcia. Listen up, raise the Greencastle Kingdom's flag, me come with you, King, to destroy the traitor Garcia. Charge, Your Majesty. Your prediction was perfect. This place really was their retreat route. Soon we will be able to make them all scatter. Frank's that old thing, he should be here now. He's probably thinking about how to keep all of Garcia's treat sure for himself. Trying to take advantage of your relation to the first king. Your Majesty. A.R. Soldiers, there no need to be afraid. The Queen of Clearwater still stands with you. Long live the Queen, fight for the Queen. Garcia. Digit escape. I didn't expect any less from the Queen of Clearwater. However, this will be the last time. Get to act brave. I will destroy you and your army. Something isn't right. The third princess is some kind of idiot. Did she not order anyone to defend the wall? Only stalling us. Will she have time to escape? It stinks here. Hurry, head to the town hall. Duke Franks, we have searched the basement but only these remain. Impossible. If Garcia was in it to retreat it would have been impossible for her to strip the castle. She was long ready to hurry. Abandon the city, but if she was ready did she not send for any rains force meets or long? Your Excellency, the North Gate ____ the North Gate is on fire. Orthodox boogie they faff limit my China literature. 5. Stay calm, get some people to put the 5 out. Your Excel Lenny, the fire can't be put out. What, it can't be put out? Not only will water not put it out, but it also spreads the flame further. Duke Franks, the fire has already reached the city and our soldiers can't hold it back. The fire has spread quickly in a short time. This inertia punishable fire, could it be that the third princess? Everyone don't panic, this the demonic fire cast the witches under Garcia. As long as you have your God's stone of retaliate tiny, the fire can't do anything. You this underscore need paraphrasing or total red wording, so that's how it is. You are so kind knights. We're breaking of the city, follow me. Don't stop, we have the protection of the God's stone of retaliation. Need recording, jump over it. We're almost at the gate, quick, we're almost of ___ E. Did the God's stone of retaliation do nothing? What? World War II. The God's stone of retaliation is useless. Those aren't witches, those aren't the Sand People. Mix. Such. The Sand Pouch, the southernmost region. Una. Cult. Blow the horn, have the knights regroup. Your Majesty, it's already too late. Retreat. Garcia, I'll let you taste defeat next time. This sudden attack fro longing stronghold just have been because thought that we survived the months of the demons they after. We would have no strength left to resist. However, we are prepared. Although there isn't much gunpowder in storage, it should still be enough to the repel siege. Should move into Longing Stronghold after win. Maybe not, it won't be as leisurely there as it is in Border Town. Regardless, developing Border Town will require war manpower and resources which can fro Longing Stronghold get. Gold royals, materials, craftsmen, laborers. You want UT all. Light sing. Your Highness, they are coming. Your Excellency, we will be arriving at border town eyes soon. Should we sang heed sleep stop and rest for the night, or should be immediately attack? I would like to be laying in the castle's large bed tonight. Although border town's bed is probably not as comfortable as the one back in the stronghold's halal. That's true. How can some second-rate place and talk? Kane none we stop our great army. Our troops have been walking for almost a day. Everyone is worn out. Would it not be better to hold off the attack? What's more, that prince made it past the months of the demons with his group of miners. I think it's best to be cautious. Do you still not understand demonic beasts, old man? They are only dangerous in the wild. As long as there is wall, they are nothing more than moving targets. They couldn't even break down. Nail rhino dude, standard wall. Looks like they aren't all that powerful after all. Exactly. I heard that this year Hermes was attacked large number of demonic hybrids and almost fell. It looks like those at border town were just strays that managed to slip through. Furthermore, the second prince and the third princess crippled each other's forces in Eagle, and the city was burned to the ground. The king's city's army suffered heavy losses. This is the best time to unify the western region city, and Sword Ryan will become the first king of this western front. Send a messenger to tell the prince that as long as he is willing to surrender, I will ensure his safety on his way back to the king's city. Father Duke, the prince's troops are already in formation. They are all armed. Looks like they won't be welcoming. This doesn't make sense. It's such a thin formation. Won't it be easily broken? And those short sticks don't look like they will make good weapons. Those tricks won't work against the face of absolute power. Vanner, a nervous Vanner. Against all the knights from Longing Stronghold, do you think we can win? Of course can win. Stop being. We won against the demonic beasts. How can we not win against them? Back then there were few demonic beasts. __. Look at their troops canteen. See the horizon. We have His Highness 2 months ago. If you have said that we can defeat the demonic beasts, even an idiot wouldn't believe you, but with His Highness we made it through, so we can definitely win this time as well. Yeah, as long as His Highness is with, we will prevail. Believe in His Highness. The knights aren't anything terrifying. The prince will definitely defeat them. We must win this battle. This is an army built on the powers of the witches, even though the road looks a little tough. Right now this is the first step to revolt. Ionize this step. World, some just win this battle. Now we will win this battle. Your Hitchness, what are you spacing you for? They are approaching the firing race. No. Right, this isn't the time to be spacing out. Open fire. Miking. What is this? Did the prince summon Merv? Stay calm. Don't be fooled. This is just decent. Although the sound is terrifying, it didn't do any dance to us. Knights get in formation. Charge. We have 5 times their number in the face of Absolve Rower. They stand no chancel. And Sil Libya. As long as we continue charging forward and break through their fragile defense line, then the victory is mine. Libel. Lantern, the knights are hemming closer. Land up. Libel. Lower the end. Fire. Quick load the crapshoot. Leak. Ia. Milk. Libel. Lillian. I'm __ impose Bible. Where all sharpshooters, each bullet kill on will enemy. Cabin. Sins. I Billy. We don't know what kind of sorcery the prince used, but let's retreat for now. Yeah, with these green hills we won't out of firewood. Let's retreat. Libel. Limbic. Don't retreat. Oh, no retreat. Bill. Lillian. Their commands have started to fall apart. This kind of warfare. Is there even any honor in it? This isn't the time to feel down, friend. We still need to Lilibet. Continue chasing after Duke Ryan. The era of knights is over. New era of warfare just begins. Militia. Hi Limbic. The outcome of the first battle was much better than expected. If nothing went wrong with the troops' movement at night, Iron Axe and the Rifle Company will be able to launch a surprise attack tomorrow. Working. The first founded upon witch technology, where witches each played their respective SIB roles, will change the entire army. King Cup, he heeds. What's with the big smile? Nothing. Really wipe off your drool oil. Let me do it myself. It's getting late now, how about we go to the sleeping quarters lie? Okay, let's got. We're all Bill. Sleeping in the same room libel. Alibi. Limbic libel ill. Hubly. Lit how I'm supposed to sleep like this. Palate lib. Can't sleep. Liable. Let me teach you a way to fall asleep, Billy Billy. In your mind count sheep jumping through hoops, 1 sheep, 2 sheep, 3 sheep, bills lie, just keep counting. And you'll fall asleep, give it a 1 sheep, 2 sheep, 3 sheep, Lila. Lilia 7 sheep, 8 sheep. It's even harder to fall asleep now. Lab. Good morning, did everyone got a good night of sleep? 57,009 hung died, 60 sheep, looks like you didn't sleep at all. Can someone explain what those new weapons they used were? Blood. They have created race than a catapult. And they don't look like the stones thrown a trebuchet. You were in the front line at the time, did you? Don't know, only heard the endless claps of thunder. The knights looked as if hit a wall, then were split apart instantly. They. Could it be the work of a witch? Labium impossible. The knights were all carrying God's stone of retaliation. It's not like you haven't played with a witch before. In front of the God's stone of retaliation, they aren't any different from ordinary girls. In short terms, the loss of one battle isn't going to change much as long as we can return to the longing stronghold. We can recruit more troops, Billy Billy. When that time comes, I will block all trade on the Seawater River. Without food, border town won't last more than a month. Everyone get ready to move out. We should return to Longing Stronghold tomorrow. Bilk. Fourth Prince won't let you stop plan to unify the western region. Libel where all sharpshooters, each bullet fire will kill on enemy. Billy Billy, this melody. Pilly. How did they catch to us? Could be that their troops workable move night. Didn't the scouts sort them? Duke place, leave quickly, Billy Billy. Exhibit. Bill. I Billy Billy. Billy Billy sillily. Leal. Tab. Your Highness, lightning has spotted the Duchess and her children escaping through the back door. They are now under the control of the First Army. All rebels in the castle and prisoners of war are to be kept in the dungeon. Yes, Your Highness. Longing Stronghold is completely under control. What's next is the most important thing to do after a battle. Steal the sea of fetishes. Wait, that's it? What you think? Actually have these feels __ corpses, you types. Game round 1. Gold Royals earned special Clearwater Port deal necklace, top quality Wolf Heart Kingdom hide she top quality Hermes God's Stone she hidden button, press it E. Pressed. Noah, wow, there are so much. Cite the lies of rich people are always so plain and hoping. Your Highness, EZ. Petrol of Honeysuckle family has already arrived at the castle gate. Oh, he came quick, hurry, tidy everything, hide it for now. If you want your father back, paw his ransom. Ambassador, I think you already know what has happened. Guy Susie's son. Your father was not harmed in any way. He was one of the first to surrender. Thank you, Your Highness. Son, future for your kindness. As long as the Honeysuckle family can afford it, I will immediately get someone to send the ransom. Not, I don't need money, I only want livestock and people. Live and stock people, huh? Your Highness, cows, sheep and horses. The Honeysuckle family has plenty of those on our land, but about the people you are talking about, simple bricklayers, stonemasons, wordsmiths, farmers and serfs, I want them all. These convert scion numbers because the Earl of the Honeysuckle family is one of the most valuable captives. The numbers have to total 3,000 axes. Good, I recomb me. You use 1,000 sheep or 300 craftsmen to get him back. My just rearranging the items on the paper. One combinations are created. There's a lot of work to do here. With knowledge in business will only need a few days to find the optical solution. Your High, one day I can only give you 1 day's time. This only refers to the amount of time you have to decide. And I won't be staying here for long, at most 1 week, then I will be returning to Border Town. Wait, you just said you will be leaving? Yes, the Duke has already died on the battlefield. Longing Stronghold is under His Highness's control. But he said he will be leaving. Not that isn't the Wayne, is that if His Highness left, who will be managing this magnificent city point. There's no way for the Duke's children to inherit the city. Could it be some other noble family? Excuse me, and Ia. Took Night Ness. Is there a climber for Longing Stronghold? You are interested in that? I indeed need a person or a family to help me look after this place. So what you should be asking for isn't ransom but instead a service fee. This will be a long process so you won't have to pay it all at once every month. Longing Stronghold will be taxed of its revenge as well as 1,000 worth of goods and materials. Embassy Dorm. Do you crave power? If you want to help me manage Longing Stronghold, first answer these few assessment quest tons. How do plan to deal with the forces that oppose yoke? What is your estimate on the monthly revenge and tax? If I want you to greatly develop commerce, what measures will you take? How will guarantee the 1,000 worth of goods and materials monthly? So Ambassador, about you helping me manage this place, I'll be waiting for the good news. Oh right. Don't forget the 3,000 worth of ransom for your father. His attitude was quite Sunkars, and he was mostly telling the truth. To think there is a noble in Longsong Stronghold who is proficient in commerce and negotiations. Part 1 used to think that they only knew how to on their horses. Gibsfiqda. Your Highness, are you really not going to be staying in Longing Stronghold? Compared to Border Town, this place is more prosperous. Don't you want to stay? Longing Stronghold is too complex. Hated. It's not suitable for me to do what I want to do. If I keep everything the same, there won't be any problems, but if I to make change, the resistance will only increase. In addition, the people here are deeply influx ended. It will be hard for them to accept witches in a short period of time. I have said this before that I wish for all witches to be able to walk freely on the streets. This is already a reality in Border Town. Oil. Yes, have kept your word. Fighting Gale. Your Highness, High Priest Typo of Longing Stronghold's church wishes to meet you. Priest, let him in. Yes, girl. Greeting Prince Roland. As the High Priest of Longing Stronghold, I send you blessings on behalf of the Holy City. You have undoubtedly become the ruler of the Western region. May God bless you. Thank you. Looks like you don't care about how I killed Dai Ryan and took over Longing Stronghold. We don't usually interfere with secular disputes as long as the king can improve the lives of his people. Then he is a wise monarch. As for where he comes from, that's not something the focus is on. Then the reason for your visit today was just to give me your blessings. The blessing is only part of it. I have a proposition. Prince Roland might be interested. Proposition. We can provide you with as help as possible in expanding your territory. But didn't you say the rarely interferes with secular disputes? Rarely doesn't mean never. The conflict between your brother Timothy and the third Princess Garcia has already upset the people of the southern region that wants to support a king with great moral values to calm the battlefield as soon as possible and let the people return to their peaceful lives. Your deeds have already been known throughout the western region. Everyone is aware of it. We don't want to provoke the nobles, so we are only able to provide material help. This is a special medicine produced the holy city. Please accept this as a goodwill from the U. I hope your Highness will be satisfied with its performance. Red pills can temporarily give your subordinates incredible strength, and black pills can raise their tolerance to pain and extreme temperature. This is just a start. There are a lot of other supports we can provide afterward if decide to accept proposition. You can find me anytime at the. So were you able to tell if he was lying or not? I want to meet his figure was swallowed darkness because of the god's stone of retaliation he was carrying. However, after looking at these two pills in the fog, they seem to be surrounded black void, just like the god's stone of retaliation. What? It is very subtle, but it's not completely surrounded in black. Told. It's like a black filament flowing out of the stone. But it doesn't seem like it affect ability at all. Looks like we need to get an inmate on death row to these two pills to test their effectiveness. I didn't think that was so optimistic about you. However, it is strange that they came to support when Garcia achieved a complete victory on Battle off Eagle City. If I am to compete for the crown, then this will be just like the romance of the Three Kingdoms. I The immediate consequences would be a sharp reduction in pop nation, rapid loss of wealth and heavy blow to Grey Castle as a whole. How will this benefit the spreading fear to increasing their beliefs? I'm afraid that even churches might be dragged into conflict. I just don't understand the way you nobles think. I do not plan to intervene. The most important thing right now is to clear this place out and turn these spoils into border town's food and steel for the machinery. 3 days later, Your Highness was handing over the stronghold to the family just like that. Really a good thing. They wouldn't dare to break the contract. If I can break into Longing's stronghold once, then can do it again. Plus both father and son are business experts. They won't let me down. Your Highness, those people, those must be the first batch of serfs that were sent over from Longing's stronghold. These people are hopelessly bound to the land for generation after generation, and most of them live very hard lives of labor. What makes them work isn't their heart's desire but the whips and ropes of slave owners. As of right now, I can only provide them with necessities. Soon I will show them the hope of becoming a free person in the title. When the time is right, I will completely abolish slavery. Oh, the spring breeze blows. This swell. Your Highness, what happened? I Blair go tilde tilde. Carter will now announce the most important decision in the history of Border Town. Era. Build the toilet. To let? Yes, the first one will be near the serfs' wooden sheds, then implement regulations and have them take care of their business in the toilet. The area opposed side of the Seawater River will be used as an industrial area. I don't want the smell to affect. Your Highness, could it be that want to designate an area to relieve oneself? Hey, don't use such vulgar language in front of His Highness. But they don't need this kind of thing. They're used to dealing with it outdoors. If there is no other choice, then it'll be dispose of into Seawater River. That true didn't wind much in the beginning but didn't have hygiene practices nor access to something like a toilet. They regardless the development of toilet and hygiene practice just take the highest priority. Your Highness, this pool behind the toilet, what is it used for? I need to accumulate the collected feces for cold. Collect feces. That's correct, for farming. He'll both throw up in the office. BLLNARRRG Gotham. These feces can be used as fertilizer for farming with leaves. Improved wheat seed. It will exponentially improve the yield and growth rate. If you want people to work hard, first let them eat. With this plans, he'll stop vomiting. Go outside if you are going to keep throwing up. Hell. Why'd visit my China literature? Billy. You were in His Highness' room again, weren't you, sillily? Wendy, you were still awake. I was afraid that you'd do something bad. His Highness isn't child. Is it really necessary to watch over him until he's asleep? The news about the witch union has already spread across the kingdom. What if one of the witches who heard the news wanted to harm His Highness? But our sisters live in the castle and there are guards patrolling outside. Besides, haven't you placed a stone under his pillow already? You never touched those kinds of things before. That was just for safety measure mainly. Lilibet. Veronica, we ape witches. I know that. We are witches. Labile, and Highness has said that he will witch his worry. Refer to, and he didn't lie. Delilah. Oh, right. Wendy, what do you know about the are suddenly interested in that? Longing Stronghold's high priest paid visit to His Highness and expressed his support for him taking the throne, even though His Highness didn't agree. They offered us 2 suspicious pills. They said that it was developed the holy city's prayer room. Have you heard about before when we're living in the abbey? Lily, I don't know. That place had high walls on all 4 sides. I was only able to see the Billy. There were many young girls like me there who didn't know where they came from. Liable. And there were also orphans and abandoned children who were taken in the as well as some who were sold their parents. We learned etiquette and how to sing and ready. After we became adults, we were sent away from the abbey. Hived there for around 10 years until the day of that accident. Teacher Marion, where are we? Missile fun you. Billy, don't ask questions. Just endure it. Pooh. Billy. Run. Billy. Oh, they sent a new one. This one's gone quiet now anyway. It's time to change the flavor. This one is also in the choir and her body is well developed. Billy. Lie Billy. Don't make a big about this. It'll be all over pretty soon. Billy. She escaped. Catch Hurl. Which has she awakened her power? Billy, but isn't the god's stone of retaliation doing anything? Could it be extraordinary? Orthodox coolie in Hashi Pinyin China literature. Billy. We lib. Bill. Dan you that's as far as you'll golda. Billy. Bill Sill. Alibi. All we Billy. Billy. Lily Nikhil. Demon NBA. Demon. Billy surround her. Lillian. Don't her take one more step. Tet. Lilia. Lilibet. Because of that girl I was able to escape from the abbey. Using a few silver royals I grabbed off the dead. I wandered around until arrived in sewing region. 2 years later I awakened and became a witch. That's whole story. Later I heard that the covered it saying it was a fire. I also don't know what became of that girl. And no one cared about where all the other girls in the abbey went. They were all abandoned. It's okay now you have us. Alibi. Sleep Wendy. Orthodox Bonobo Pinyin China literature. Billy. Yaw. That inmate can certainly hold quite well against Carter. Your best night. This is the effect of the pills. It looks like that did. The aid wasn't lying after all. It can boost a person's strength instantly while simultaneously reducing the sense of pain. If trained knight was to consume that pills, then their combat power would be immense. Arguably. He is pretty good. Someone get him another sword. Huh. He's going after Princely. Don't let him get away. Quick, shoot him. Get me horse.